Been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months.
Happy New Year, guys! How you all doing? Everyone, I wish you guys a happy new year. And how you guys doing? We are like a couple of days into the new year, and honestly, I'm excited for this year already. Today is my filming day, so I was about starting off my makeup and all of that, and I was like, why don't I just set up the camera and talk to you guys while doing that? This is gonna be like my official first video of the year. I'm beginning to see vision boards pop up on social media. I'm going to be doing my makeup while talking to you guys, but like I was saying, vision board sometimes can be overwhelming, and honestly, the whole idea is to amplify some certain things. We are not kids anymore. I say this to say because we are all not kids anymore. We are growing every day, and there comes to a time in your life whereby you just sit down and you just tell yourself like, okay, I'm no longer a child. At this point, there are things you know that if I can do this or if I can do that, I'm going to be a better person. And sometimes we ignore those things and we keep on making excuses. The truth of the matter is, nobody is coming to save you. Like, you are the one responsible of bills, and the days go by so fast. So the responsibilities just keep piling, and you just have to get to that point in your life whereby you are like, okay, this is a reality. I have to start taking some certain decisions. Social media has been a very, very helpful role whereby you go on there sometimes and you see some certain things that just speaks to you. Most of the time, I come across some videos and I'm like, okay, this video was actually meant for me. I needed to hear this. Have you ever encountered a video like that? I hope this video finds somebody that it speaks to. Guys, I'm just trying out my foundation. I hope this video finds somebody that it speaks to. Like, honestly, I don't feel we all need vision boards at this stage. Depends on the age where you are. If you are in your 30s, I feel you know what you are doing. You know where you are lacking. You know what you're supposed to do to be a better person. You just need to start doing those things and stop making excuses. Last year, let's talk about 2025 a little bit. 2025 was a lot. Like, we can all agree, 2025 was a lot. A lot happened in 2025. A lot of people went through so many changes, but in everything we give thanks to God, and we are grateful that we are still here. And in as much as we try not to let those situations overwhelm us by just dwelling on it, I figured out that when you talk about a problem continuously, it just tends to be amplified. The whole idea is not to amplify our problem. The whole idea is to find ways to make it better. So personally, I try not to dwell so much on situations around me. I try to just focus on the positive and be thankful, because you ask yourself, those that these things are happening to, are you trying to say you are better than them? No. But it happened to them and it didn't happen to you. It's just by grace that we are here today. So for the fact that you are here means there is still a purpose for your life. There is still a purpose for you. I try not to focus on the situations in front of me, because me just keep complaining, it is just going to get amplified. And that is not the whole idea, because the energy that you bring in is what your children are going to assimilate. It's really, really, this time that we are in, adulting at this point of time, in this time and age, is a lot. I know people will say, oh, back then we also went through the same. But right now, we are dealing with so much as an adult. And in all of this, you still have to go to work and pay bills. Like, life is moving so fast. And if you're not careful, you start to feel like life is just passing you by. You start to feel lots of, oh, am I not doing enough? Am I not good enough? So for me, what I've just been doing lately is just finding myself in this place of gratitude, finding myself in a space of just looking back at how far I have come and just realizing that, Ada, you are doing well, you are doing good. You might not have gotten everything you want, but you've come such a long way and you are doing amazing. One thing I started doing last year, and I'm so thankful that I started that. For the longest time, I have journals everywhere. But last year, I actually started writing. I write things down. I don't just only write events of things that happen. I go back and I write things I'm grateful for. So my journal is by my bedside. I just go back and write things I'm grateful for. I go back and write events that happen. And so whenever I start to feel down or start to feel a certain type of way, I go back into that journal and just read it. And that has done so much for me that it just reminds me of how far I have come and to just take it easy on myself, because sometimes it can be overwhelming. It's a lot. Let's be honest. Let's be for real. Like, it is a lot. But journaling has helped me a lot to not just feel overwhelmed or feel like I'm drowning in all of these situations going around. The news tends to kind of amplify those thoughts. When you turn on the news, it's one thing or another. It's just a lot. Those in the US are going through it. Those in Nigeria are going through it. I have families back home and everybody's complaining. You can barely go by a day. You send money home and the money is not enough for anything. Even people that are working, your salary is not enough to do anything again. And you ask yourself, like, how long? How long are we going to continue this whole rat race of... I just feel like we're all in a survival mode. Let's be honest, we are all in a survival mode. And we just hope for the best. We just hope and pray that it gets better. This is a time where you want to surround yourself with people that remind you of how much they love you, and just surround yourself with the right set of people. I like I mentioned, I'm a person of gratitude. I show my appreciation to my loved ones and how much I love them. But another thing I started doing is just verbally saying it. I tend to verbally, I don't just show it by my actions, by things I do. These days, I've started saying it verbally, and that goes a long way of telling people how much you appreciate them. I don't just want you to think that, oh, maybe she's appreciative of me. I verbally, like for my husband, for example, I tend to tell him, I appreciate you. Thank you for doing this for us. Thank you for all the sacrifices. And he pretty much does the same thing. So verbally saying things helps a lot. You remember these things and you be like, oh, at least this person appreciates me. Sorry, a call came into my phone and I had to take that call. So I kind of just finished up my makeup and I'm here to complete the video. I actually thought of turning off my phone before starting this video, but as a mom, I typically don't switch off my phone or make myself unavailable because I have little kids. They're in school and there could be an emergency and somebody needs to reach me. So I typically barely turn off my phone or put it on airplane mode or be in a position whereby I'm not accessible. Even at work, everybody understands. People have kids and you just have to be with your phone. But anyway, guys, I'm done with the makeup and I actually love how it turned out. Like I said, today is filming day for me. I have a couple of videos to film. So I'm just going to wrap this up. I stopped by saying this year I'm going to amplify everything that I already started doing. And that is because as you get older, you just trying to do new things can get, or starting off a new thing can get really, really overwhelming. So what I've decided to do is just amplify everything I've started already in the previous year. And that includes me appreciating my loved ones, appreciating my husband, appreciating my kids verbally, not just doing things to make them think I verbally say it. When my kids do something like, oh, mommy gets back and they're helping me, oh, mommy, can I massage you? Oh, mommy, can I get you water? Oh, like typically when they do things for me, as small as it can be, I tend to say thank you. Like, thank you so much for doing this today. When David helps his brother do stuff or help around the house, or helps me in the kitchen, I'm like, oh, thank you for helping me today. I really appreciate you. That just tends to sink in. And when they do that for me too as well, I know how it makes me feel when I'm at work and I remember, oh, my husband was like, oh, thank you for doing this for us. Thank you for doing that. It makes me feel good. So now I'm just doing that to every other person around me and just appreciating them. And also this year, I tend to pay more attention to my finances. We are all getting old, and the truth is we are all getting old, and finances tend to be a very, very sensitive topic and people don't want to talk about it. But the truth is you cannot avoid talking about finances, most especially when you are getting old, and there are things you just need to put in place. This year I started my Roth IRA account. Not this year, last year. I finally decided, okay, I'm just going to start now, because I kept on feeling like, oh, now is not the right time. There is not enough money. There's too many expenses. Things just kept on coming up out of nowhere that was least expected. But finally making sure that that is set up and in place, and just generally start putting something aside, as small as it is, regardless of the amount. The main idea is to keep something aside. And finances is a very, very huge role as you get older, because the fear of something can come up. And the truth is something always comes up with the current economy, with family, something always comes up. So you just having that mindset of you just knowing that, oh, there is something aside, that just puts you ahead of the rest of every other person around you, knowing that you've put something aside. And generally just gratitude. I'm going to go back again and just emphasize on gratitude. If you think about how far you have come, that is where you writing down, or me writing down things, comes in place. When I think back of how far I have come, that just puts me in a state of gratitude and be like, Ada, you are doing amazing. You are doing a good job. Just put in a little bit more effort in doing things you said you would do. For example, my YouTube channel, last year, so many challenges. I keep starting and stopping. It's not something I'm proud of, but in real life situation, I have a lot on my plate. Like, I actually have a lot on my plate. But notwithstanding, I've come too far. That has always been my watchword. You went through the stress of starting off this channel, creating everything, and you've posted. You have, right now, before I started this video, I checked how many subscribers I have. I have about 522 subscribers. I've come a long way. I've invested in my equipment, my microphone, and all of this. And do I just want to throw everything away? No. YouTube was something I thought about a very long time ago. And when I started it, it gave me so much joy, so much pride. Like, oh, you said you would do something and actually do it. That made me feel good. For me, this year, I'm just going to amplify everything I've already started. I'm not going to start anything new because it can be overwhelming. I'm not going to start up any new skill. No. Whatever I'm doing, I'm just going to amplify it and make it better. Also this year, I'm going to consciously work on looking good and feeling good. I know I always say, oh, I want to look good this year, I want to look good. This year, I'm actually putting in the work. I already started going to the gym last year. I started early last year and I was really consistent Monday to Friday. This year, I'm going to try and stay consistent, not just going to the gym, in the things that goes into my mouth. My excuse has always been, oh, I love to cook, and when I cook, I want to eat. But no, I just have to be able to discipline myself. Discipline is the word, because in terms of losing weight, everybody has a recipe or two on how to lose weight. Let's be honest with ourselves. Everybody knows one or two things they can do to lose weight. But where the main challenge is you putting in the work, is you doing it. Is you doing that thing that you already know. So that is the same thing for me. I'm just going to constantly improve myself and consciously look good. When I look good, I feel good. There are days where I know, oh, that you're looking good. I step into a room and I know, oh, I know I look good. That is my goal this year. Just consciously. Initially, I will do it unconsciously. Today I look good. Tomorrow I look a mess. I look like what I'm going through. This year, I want to consciously look good. And that is it for me. You guys can share your New Year resolutions in the comment section. I will be there to answer, to read your New Year resolution if you have any. If you have a vision board, good for you. I feel if you're like younger, from your 20 to 25, you can do all of that. It's fun, it's good. But as soon as you get to the 30 and above mark, it tends to get a little bit overwhelming. That's where you just need to sit down and ask yourself what works for me. And all of these things I said I'm going to do is what is going to work for me. I know myself. I know where I am. I know my situation. Not every situation is going to work for everybody. So you just have to sit down most of the time and ask yourself, what is, like, let's be realistic now. What is going to work for me? It doesn't mean because everybody is bringing out a vision board means you should, or everybody decided to start a new skill this year means you should start a new skill. It's not going to work for everybody. So you just sit down, ask yourself, what is going to work for me, for my situation and where I am at. Yeah, and that'll be it for this video, guys. Share your New Year resolutions with me in the comment section, and I would love to read it. I want to hear what you guys are up to, or what plans you guys have for this year. And most importantly, we're going to hold God tighter this year. If you're not a believer of God, you have your reasons. Personally, I'm a believer of God. I'm a lover of God. I'm a follower of God. This year, I'm going to amplify that. I'm not going to be ashamed, or not going to be afraid to talk about Him publicly. So when you see me talking about the scriptures, quoting scriptures, don't be surprised. I'm a lover of God. I'm a Jesus girl. So this year, I'm just going to amplify it and hold my God closely, hold Him tight, because it's the way, the truth, and the light. It's the only way. So let me know what you guys think about this video. Leave your comment down below, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.
Gone for a year, only know like once.